Afternoon baseball now from the home of the Phillies since 2004, Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. Opening day is here as we get the new season underway with a good matchup between the Boston Red Sox and the Phillies. Hi again, everybody. It's finally here. Welcome to our special opening day edition of Baseball on the Show. I'm joined by Eric Karros and Steve Lyons. And Steve, as we get set to get things going, it's the pitching that has to be considered one of the strong points on this ball club.
Yeah, and pitching's going to be important for these guys, no question about it. They're only going to go as far as this group right here is going to take them. And to me, it looks like a staff that's capable of getting the job done.
The game's count starting now. It's opening day. It's the show, and it's coming up next. Back now as we draw ever closer to first pitch. Let's listen in to public address announcer Mike Carlucci.
Now taking the field, welcome your 2015 Philadelphia Phillies.
Quickly now, we'll look at the two men who are entrusted with the starting pitching assignment here to begin the new year. We'll hear plenty more from the guys moving forward, but before we do, Mookie Betts will step to the plate now as we're ready to get this one underway.
Center fielder, Mookie Betts.
And spring training is officially behind us now as the first pitch of the season is looked at for ball one.
First pitch, 305.
Here's the 1-0. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. And you figure to see that change up more and more as this day progresses.
And the first time through the lineup, you want these guys to know that you've got this pitch in your arsenal. Sometimes pitchers want to hold on to pitches and not show everything right away, but here, you want these guys to be thinking, I know he's got that changeup, so I'd better not sit on the fastball too often.
Pitch is away, but it's swung on and grounded to second. Throw over by Utley, one away.
Batting second baseman, Dustin Pedroia.
So the base is empty here with one away, and that'll bring up the former MVP second baseman Dustin Pedroia. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Now here's the pitch. And this is hit hard to the right side. Foul. Here's the 1-1. Now a ball hit back up the middle to his left. He's got it. Throw on to first. He'll take care of Pedroia, and there are 2 away.
Obviously, it'll be very important to keep these top 2 guys off base going forward. They're the ones that set the table and make this team go. So that's a good job here to set them down to start the ball game.
David Ortiz will have his first opportunity now as it comes with the bases empty here in the top of the first. Just off the outside, and it's 1-0. Poppy awaiting the 1-0. And he lays off a fastball here that looked pretty good, but it's 2-0. You still come after him now on 2-0?
I think you have to be a little careful, but yeah, I don't think you can just give up on him.
Here's Hamels now on 2-0. And little doubt about that one. That's in there, and it's 2-1.
And at the plate, if you've got an umpire helping you out, no reason to go after a borderline pitch on 2-0.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
Here comes a 2-2. Now he drops a changeup on him. Strike 3 called, and a great pitch there to retire the side. Down in order go the Red Sox. So now the Phillies offense will see what they can do. No score. Starting lineup for the Phillies is there on your screen. Ben Revere will step in now to lead things off in the home half of the first. Swing and a shot toward right center. And that'll be a base hit for Revere.
Well, that curveball is going to be an important pitch for him to locate going forward. This one's not terrible, but it is over the plate, and it gets turned into a leadoff single.
Into the box, Freddie Galvis. And he bunts at this one, but it might be too hard. Oh, and Sandoval with the bare hand. And the throw will come to first, so the sacrifice works as planned.
Oh, man, what a terrific play right there. That ball was rolling, and it stayed low, so he had to bend all the way over to make a barehanded grab, then a quick release, a nice throw to first in time to get the runner. You can expect to see that on highlight reels for a couple days at least now.
In is the second baseman, Chase Utley, as he'll go after the first pitch and send a ground ball down to third. Throw to first, and Utley's retired, 2 gone. Darren Rupp will stand in here for the first time, looking to pick up that runner from second with 2 away here. First offering on the way. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
And that's the beauty of having an open base. You can work that pitch off the plate and try and get him to chase, and it worked out there.
He's set, now the pitch. And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
And this one gets away. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
Well, yeah, this is going to be a pitch in the dirt. And as a runner, it's hard sometimes to tell whether you should advance or not. But I think the catcher just lost sight of this thing just for a moment. And as soon as he reads that at second base, he's off for third.
A man on third with 2 down. The 1-2. Pitch in the dirt is swung on and missed, so he'll need to get the force at first. And the throw is in time. It's a strikeout, and the play at first goes 2-3 for good measure as the inning is over. 1 left for Philadelphia. We've played an inning. No score. Hanley Ramirez leads things off now in the top half of the second.
Left fielder, Hanley Ramirez.
Here's the first offering. First pitch of the inning is taken downstairs for a ball. It's 1-0. Here's the pitch. 1-0 pitch is hit on the ground to third. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second.
Batting fifth, third baseman number 48, Pablo Sandoval.
So 1 away here with the bases empty. And standing in now, the versatile Pablo Sandoval. Now here's the first pitch. And Hamels takes something off to start the at-bat, and it pays off. It's 0-1. Now the pitch. Ball 1. No score here as we play inning number 2. Hamels ready with the 1-1. Swinging is Sandoval as he sends this one on the ground to shortstop. Throw on to first is in time to get Sandoval, and there are 2 gone now.
Now, these infielders have been busy early on, and that's another ground ball out for them. Probably not going to be the last one we see either.
Shane Victorino will stand in here, looking to keep the inning alive with 2 gone now in the top of the second. And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
And against a guy like this, you're usually only going to get 1 pitch to hit in that bat. Sometimes you might not even get that, so that's one he may want back.
And this is lifted high in the air down the right field line. But this will land out there just foul. Here comes a 1-2. And this is taken by Victorino to even the count at 2-2. Now here it comes. Fastball didn't miss by much, and it's a full count now, 3-2. Now here's the pitch. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. So Hamels had it work in that half of the inning. It remains 0-0. Dominic Brown will start things off in the bottom of the second. First pitch coming. And there's a fastball from Buchholz as he gets ahead 0-1.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball, 93, 94. That's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
Fouled back. Now the pitch. Fouled straight back. Ready with another 0-2. Now he turns on one and rips it down the line. But this will wind up foul, still 0-2. Now another 0-2. Swing and a liner. But that's a foul ball. The 0-2 once more. Hit hard but foul. The next 0-2. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
Well, he might have just said, look, you're going to have to take this one because you ain't fouling that one off.
And now a pitch on the way. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. He'll try again 1-2. Oh, he goes down and golfs this one into right center field, and that's going to get down out there for a base hit.
Well, if these guys are going to do anything this season, he's going to need to be a big part of that offense. And he comes through big time right here with a base hit in his very first at-bat.
Carlos Ruiz digs in at the plate. He's ready. Now the pitch. Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike one.
You know, it's so important with guys like this to get ahead with strike one. Put them behind in the count and on their back foot right away.
Now a hard hit ball back up the middle. Barehanded for one. Over to Ortiz in time for the double play.
And this just undoes a lot of the work done by the leadoff hitter. Remember, he made the guy on the mound burn through a ton of pitches before he actually reached base. But instead of capitalizing on that, the next guy turns right around and bounces into a double play.
Oh, and this one is hit a ton out to center. Racing back the center fielder. And he will get there as he had to cover a lot of ground to make that play. And that ends the inning. Down quickly go the Phillies. We'll move to the third with no score. Xander Bogaerts will stand in now to lead things off. 7, 8, and 9 here to start the third inning.
And maybe one of these guys can break this string of 6 straight retired to start the ball game.
Come on, Phil.
Now the first pitch. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Now here's the pitch. And a bouncing ball, foul. Now the 1-1 pitch. Right there at the belt, 1-2 now.
Yeah, I don't think you want to come in throwing a lot of high changeups. That's a pitch he's going to have to get lower in the strike zone.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Here it comes. Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
And the way this guy's pitching, you can bet these guys are thinking, thank goodness he's over in the other league. I'd hate to face him 3 or 4 times a year. Once is way too much.
Stepping in now, Ryan Hennigan. As he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball got him to swing through it. It's 1-1.
I tell you, he's got a good pace, a good tempo to him out there right now.
1-1 pitch is lifted in the air out to right. Therefore, it is Sizemore as he'll record out number 2.
Batting ninth.
Clay Buchholz will stand in now with 2 away, trying to avoid another 1-2-3 inning.
Now, this has been total domination these past few innings. They haven't been able to mount any kind of threat whatsoever.
The pitch. In there at the knees, 0-2 now.
Right back, same pitch, also knee-high. He wasn't buying that one either. He's going to have to do something now. He's down 2 strikes.
Try to change of pace with 2 strikes there, but it misses 1-2.
Tough pitch to lay off there with 2 strikes. I'm not sure if that was a good take or whether he just got fooled on a changeup and couldn't pull the trigger.
Here's the 1-2. And he struck him out. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. Home half of the 3rd coming up. No score. Cody Ashe will lead it off here for the Phillies, and if he can get on, they'll have Cole Hamels on deck to perhaps try to sacrifice him along. Oh, and he belts one high and deep to right center. And it's gone! He liked the first pitch he saw and deposits it over the wall. Cody Ashe with a solo home run. And the Phillies grab a 1-0 lead.
And you know, after a month down in spring training, near the end, you start to get a little anxious waiting for the season to get going. I guarantee you, he's been looking forward to this at-bat for about a month now, and he makes him wait worthwhile.
Batting ninth.
Into the box now, Cole Hamels. As he's first pitch swinging here, and this is on the ground toward the hole. On to first, so a good bounce-back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out. And as it's just opening day, we've got plenty more baseball coming up as we take a look at our upcoming schedule. Ben Revere will dig in with 1 in and 1 away.
Get your water here.
Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. And he waves at a curveball there. No balls and a strike.
Take him deep.
Pitch on the way. Now a swing and a ground ball, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. Now the pitch. And this is swung on, and it'll be another chance out there at second. Throw over to Ortiz gets him 2 down.
The batter, number 13.
Freddie Galvis will dig in. No official at-bat yet as he delivered a sacrifice bunt in his first appearance. Now a swing, and oh boy, ground balls have ruled the inning. A 3rd straight right here. A flip to the pitcher covering as that will retire the side. 1 for the Phillies on the homer from Cody Ashe. 3 complete from Citizens Bank Park. It's now 1-0 Philadelphia. Mookie Betts will stand in to begin their half of the 4th with his guys still looking for their first hit of the ballgame.
And still looking for their first base runner, too. 9 up, 9 down.
Now the first pitch. Oh, tried to check his swing there as this is hit to the left side. And he'll reach first safely.
Come on, go nice and easy.
Dustin Pedroia will stand in now, and he'll likely have a look down to third to see if anything's up here with nobody out. Now here's the first pitch. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
And we've seen a lot of that pitch here in the first 4 innings, and it's been real effective for him, and that's another example right there.
No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. And here's a ball hit in the air. And nobody can get there in time. Base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
That's one thing you can say about this Boston lineup. They've got guys at the top of the order that can get on base, and they're set up for a possible big inning here.
David Ortiz will stand in now with 2 on here and nobody out to begin the inning.
And on the mound, he hasn't found himself in too many rough spots so far, so this might be his first real test of the ballgame.
He'll start him with a breaking ball. Too low that time. It's ball 1. Still won't get him to fish downstairs, and it's 2-0 now.
And one thing you can't do here, you cannot lose him and load the bases. He's still got a couple pitches to play with, but I'd expect this one to be somewhere in the strike zone.
From the belt, the pitch. Oh, he wanted that one, but it misses for ball 3.
Well, I think it's time to attack now because these guys haven't been in too many good hitters' counts. This is where you need to pound.
A dive, but he can't get a glove on it. It's through for a base hit. And the run will score from second to tie the ball game at 1-1.
This team's got plenty of guys that can hit the ball out of the ballpark, but these straight singles will do the job as well.
Hanley Ramirez will stand in. He grounded out his first time. First pitch to him. Now a ball slapped hard the opposite way. And this falls in front of Sizemore, a base hit. Around third and being waved on home. And that'll score the run from second as they jump in front now, 2-1. Pablo Sandoval will stand in. He grounded out his first time. Here's the first offering. Well struck but foul over by the coaching box. He's ready now, the pitch. And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. Pause, now the pitch. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Here's another 0-2. Chopper, foul. Another 0-2 home. And now this is swung on and pulled down the third base line. But a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. Ready with another 0-2. Swing and a miss, and that's a much-needed first out there. So with a couple of men on and 1 out in the inning now, let's turn to our pitch speed comparison for these 2 starters. And both of these guys are working right around the same speed, 93 for one, 92 for the other. Shane Victorino will stand in. He grounded out his first time. And here's a fastball from Hamels to begin the at-bat as he climbs ahead 0-1. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
And that is swung on and missed by Victorino as he can't connect, and there are 2 gone now.
And they took him right up the elevator shaft on these 3 pitches. I mean, you could chart where they are. First one low, second one about belt high, and then the third one up around the letters. 3 different locations, each yielding the same result.
Xander Bogaerts. We'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home here in the inning so far. Swing and a miss as he was way in front of that one.
Trying to jump on that first pitch changeup. That's a good pitch there to start this AB.
And low, it's a ball and a strike. Hamels ready with the 1-1. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, a good job here of working himself back into a hitter's count, especially with 2 men on base in front of him.
And a bouncing ball, foul. Sets the 2-2 pitch. Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. On to first, and that'll do it as they manage to not let this inning get out of hand. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. It's the Red Sox 2 and the Phillies 1. Back alongside Eric Karros and Steve Lyons, Matt Vasgersian, and Chase Utley getting set to start things out here in the Phillies half of the inning. Here's the first pitch to him. Now a fastball that couldn't quite find the zone. It's ball 1. Here's a 1-0. Lined into right field, and he's aboard with a leadoff base hit.
Now batting.
Well, this ball's hit pretty well, but this is a nice play out there to play the carom off the wall and then get the ball in quickly, and that's going to hold his man to just a single. That's a nice play.
Darren Ruff will try it again. Set down on strikes his first time. And here's the first pitch. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
Well, as we've seen so far, this isn't a team that's going to wait around too long to feel a pitcher out. They're an aggressive team all the way from top to bottom. And if that first pitch is anywhere close, most of these guys are going to take a hack at it.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Bounce to Sandoval at third. This could be 2. Pedroia on to first, and it's a double play. The second they've hit into in these first 4 innings. And there are 2 away now. Dominic Brown will stand in. A base hit his first time around. First pitch coming. And this is hit well towards the hole. Up with the ball is Pedroia. Throw on to Ortiz, and that'll retire the side. Phillies go down quietly there. They're down 2-1. Ryan Hennigan will make his way towards the box to lead off the 5th.
Ryan Hannigan.
Swing and a hard hit ball towards the hole. And this is past a diving Utley at second, a base hit.
Yeah, an ideal setup here with the pitcher on deck. He comes through with a solid single to start things out. And now you give your pitcher a chance to bunt you over and make a productive out.
And the pitcher is in fact bunting here as he puts this one down. Only play to the pitcher covering, and the runner moves into second on the play.
Now batting.
Mookie Betts will dig in. 1 for 2. He grounded out the first time and followed that with a base hit in his second plate appearance. In there for strike 1, 0-1. Chopper, foul. Has a look, now the pitch. And this is going to be a foul ball. Now another 0-2. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. Fifth inning, 2-1 our score. I got the high fastball there, and he popped it straight up. Hamels with a little do-it-yourself play, and there are 2 down.
Defensively here, you'd like someone other than your pitcher to take charge, but he winds up making the play anyway.
So a runner in scoring position with 2 men gone, and that'll bring up the former MVP second baseman Dustin Pedroia. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1.
You can't try to outthink him up there. Just get a good pitch and square it up.
Comes set, now the pitch. And he'll take the fastball here inside off the plate. It's 1-2.
Could be that high fastball there was just a setup pitch. Now you've kind of established that high sight level. Could be a good time to break off a nasty curveball.
Now a ball hit hard toward first. And that's going to find a crease for extra bases, and it ought to open up this lead to 2. And that's going to plate the runner from second, as this is now a 3-1 ball game. And he'll get there without a play. It's a stand-up triple.
He'll be kicking himself here. Just a strike away from stranding that runner at second, but this ball finds a gap out there, and now we'll have to deal with a runner on third and 2 away.
Standing in now, David Ortiz, as he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. Seems like he's gotten away with more than a few location mistakes so far.
Yeah, and that's not going to last forever, especially in this place.
That's in there as well. It's a quick 0-2 count.
Well, no taking now.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but that's the 3rd strike and the 3rd out. Side is retired. But an RBI triple gets the Red Sox a run. Middle of the afternoon here in the city of brotherly love. It's now 3-1 Boston. Carlos Ruiz will stand in to start things out here in the home half of the 5th. And you get the sense, Steve, that this crowd's been pretty well taken out of the ballgame to this point.
Yeah, they pretty much had to sit on their hands all afternoon. Not a lot to get excited about so far. And I think that's a credit to that man out there on the mound. He's cut right through this lineup for the first 4 innings.
Now batting, right fielder, Brady Sizemore.
First pitch on the way. Swing and a liner, but foul. And the pitch. Grounded fouled off to the right side. Now here's the pitch. Stays alive here as this is fouled off to the right. The 0-2 once more. Now here's a swing and a ball hit well out there toward right center. And that'll get down out there for extra bases. And he'll pull in there with a 1-out double.
Well, neither offense has really made a huge impact so far, but finally maybe a little sign of life. He drives this ball for 2 bases, and even though they've had trouble scoring runs, they're not out of this thing by a long shot. A couple more of these could get him right back into it.
First offering on the way. Cody Ashe is in with 1 away now as he swings and misses here at strike 1. For Sizemore, he records his first double of the year here on opening day. Comes set, now the pitch. And this catches the inside corner. Good spot there. It's 0-2.
Well, you get the sense that what they need is one big hit from anybody in the lineup. If they could get one, it could get them right back in this game, because right now they just seem out of it.
He waits, now the pitch. Pitch in the dirt, swung on and missed for strike 3 as they'll need to throw to first here. And indeed, the the throw will finish him off as they get the put out at first, and there are 2 away now.
That's some good aggressive base running right there. He knows the play's probably going to first, so he takes off and makes it up to third on the strikeout.
In now, Cole Hamels. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. The next pitch. Now a high bouncer toward the hole. And Ortiz will just take this one over to first by himself, and the inning is over. Hanley Ramirez will stand in as he'll lead things off for the Red Sox in their half of the 6th. And now a pitch on the way. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Here's the pitch. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1.
Come on now, give me a break.
And now a fastball, but he's able to hold off on it, and it's 2-1 now. And Ramirez will just try and work his way aboard here. It's 3-1.
And he's got a little bit of work to do now to avoid that first walk.
And a half swing here, but this is in there for a called strike 2.
Go now, Phil.
Full count offering on its way. Tough pitch to lay off, but he did, and it's ball 4, so the leadoff hitter is aboard to start the 6th. Pablo Sandoval will stand in now following leadoff walk, and might we see a bunt attempt here in a 2-run ball game?
Every extra run helps. It's a possibility, but I think they'll probably let him take his chances swinging away.
Pitch swung on and missed the throw, and it's not going to be in time as Ramirez has himself a stolen base.
Hey, a leadoff walk and then a stolen base? That's just as good as a double off the wall. You can see the good jump there, and now he's in scoring position, still with no one out.
He's ready. Now the pitch. And a swing and a miss by Sandoval as he couldn't connect that time, and there's 1 away.
Well, in that situation, you'd love to be able to get that guy up to third base with just 1 out. But this is a swing and miss type of pitcher on the mound, so you knew he'd be going for the strikeout, and he winds up getting it.
Runner at second, 1 away. And here's the versatile outfielder, Shane Victorino. And he takes ball 1. He's set. Now the pitch. Just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. Pitch home to Victorino. And he's a little too high with that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, he's still sticking with that fastball, but you start to get the sense that it's flattening out just a little bit. That could be a warning sign.
We're in the 6th inning here in a 3-1 ball game. Now here's a ball hit sharply toward the right side. And that's in there. Base hit. Throw comes in quickly from Sizemore, and that'll hold the runner at third base. Xander Bogaerts will dig in for the 3rd time now. He's struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips. Now some action in the Phillies bullpen as a right-hander begins to crank it up out there. Here's the first offering. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1.
And he's about at the point now where I would figure 1 more base runner, and that'll be the end of the line.
And here's his fastball for a called strike 1, and he's hitting an even 90 on the gun. And this is hit hard on the ground to first. Step on the bag for 1, but 1's all they get as the run scores. Ryan Hennigan will look to try and get that 2nd run of the inning across as he'll have a runner at third now with 2 away. And he offers it the circle change and misses 0-1. Pause, now the pitch. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
And you'd be in trouble at the plate if you fell behind 0-2 against this guy, so he's fortunate.
Meanwhile, this ball gets down. It's a base hit. And they'll add 1 more to the lead. It's now a 5-1 ball game. Clay Buckholz will try and keep things going now with the runner at first following the RBI single. That's hard hit back up the middle. Oh, look at Utley. And the throw's going to get him at first. And put an exclamation point on that one as the inning is over. 3 thumbs up here in the booth following this gorgeous play at second base. Back with more on opening day after this. Ben Revere will stand in to lead things off here in the Philadelphia 6th. First pitch coming. And now the first pitch of the inning is sent in the air out to straightaway center. Betts is in his tracks now. 1 pitch, 1 away.
Yeah, another good start to an inning for him here. He's really only made 1 bad pitch the entire game. That was the solo home run. Other than that, you can see there, not much to speak of at all.
And that's a base hit.
And on the mound, here's where you got to keep pitching like it's a 1-run game. You never want to get in that relaxed mode where you think, I've got some cushion. I can afford to give up some hits. That'll spell disaster.
And a little tapper here in front of the mound as this may work as a sacrifice. And he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out.
Yeah, and the only silver lining to this offensively is that you get that guy up to second base, and now he's in scoring position with 2 outs. But I would doubt seriously that that was his intention.
Ryan Howard will look to provide a little 2-out thunder off the bench as he'll hit with a runner at second and 2 away. Oof, looks like he's chasing butterflies with that swing. It's 0-1. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
Hey, Phil, come on.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Swing and a ball hit hard on the ground towards second. And that's through for a base hit. Around third and being waved on home. And the run will score from second here to make this a 5-2 ball game.
Nothing gains momentum more than a 2-strike, 2-out RBI. He just stays with his ball nicely. That'll fire up the whole dugout.
Dominic Brown will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far. And now the Reds left-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. Has a look, now the pitch. Oh, hit sharply as this is pulled into right. Victorino is there and he'll put it away to retire the side. Phillies get a couple of hits here and it leads to 1 on the scoreboard. We're through 6 full. It's the Red Sox 5 and the Phillies 2. Ryan Howard will stay in the ball game as he'll take over at first base.
Ryan Howard.
Mookie Betts will lead it off here in the top of inning number 7. Now here's the first pitch.
Mookie
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Seemed to me like the wheels were coming off for this guy a bit in the 6th inning. Any surprise he's back out there for the 7th?
A little. I mean, this deep into a start, that's usually when you say, we'll let the bullpen take care of it from here. Apparently, though, they think he's got something left.
And the 7th inning starts with a fly out here, 1 away. Dustin Pedroia will get another shot now, 2 for 3 in the game. Justin DeFreitas is out from the bullpen now as he'll get the call here on opening day.
Number 30, Justin DeFreitas.
First pitch coming. Right on it there, but this is foul over toward the first base dugout. Now here it comes. Fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul. Pitch on the way. And this is going to be fouled into the diamond level seats. The next 0-2. And a swing and a miss here, so it's a quick 2 outs to start the 7th.
And that changeup's not really a pitch you can sit on with 2 strikes. Because if he gives you that fastball, you'll be an hour late on it. That's a great job of not showing that pitch until he was ready to punch him out.
Stepping in now, David Ortiz. Swing and a liner, but foul. 5 runs, 8 hits, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. Now here's the pitch. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Now 0-2 here. This is where you need to expand the zone. If it's close, you got to let it fly.
And this is fouled back and out of play. Another 0-2 coming. That ball's headed for the gap in left center. He's got a base hit, possibly more.
With some guys, it doesn't matter if it's 0-2 or 2-0. They take the same approach either way. Well, this right here is one of those guys, and he comes through from being down in the count.
Here's Hanley Ramirez. Hit hard toward the right side. Oh, and this is past him down the line. A fair ball. Pablo Sandoval will step in now in a big spot here in a game as close as this one.
And a chance at redemption, too, because he hasn't done much through his first 3 plate appearances, but he could make up for all of that with a base hit right here.
5-2 our score as we play inning number 7. From the stretch. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
Yeah, you can't afford to be selected now. You've got to expand that zone. Try and put something in play.
He's set, now the pitch. And he struck him out. And there's the hat trick, as that's his 3rd strikeout of the ballgame. Boston strands a couple. They're still out in front, 5-2. And now Boston's bullpen springs into action. A left-hander and a right-hander begin to throw. Now the first pitch. Swing and a miss on a pitch in the dirt, and it's strike 1. He continues to get ahead here. He's been in complete control.
I think you need to guard yourself from being overconfident, though. A bloop and a blast could still turn this game on its ear.
Throw by Sandoval is in time, 1 away.
Now batting.
Well, you always want to be aggressive at the plate, but my goodness, look at that ball-to-strike ratio so far. These guys are swinging at everything. I mean, everything.
Grady Sizemore will stand in. He's 1 for 2 so far. Now here's the first pitch. Driven the other way out to deep left field. Ramirez is back to the warning track, and he's able to put it away for the 2nd out.
Yeah, and this ball was hit pretty well, but it was always going to stay in the ballpark. And you see the left fielder just drift back and make the play on the warning track.
Cody Ashe will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the 3rd inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going. First pitch to him. Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. And the pitch. Fouled back. Here it comes. And a half-hearted swing there as they tie him up inside for the 3rd strike, and the inning is over. Shane Victorino will get us going now in the top half of the 8th.
Shane Victorino.
Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Ken Giles is out from the bullpen now as he'll get the call here on opening day.
Ken Giles. Now playing third base.
Starts him out with a slider for a strike.
Number 27, Chris Nelson.
Pitch home to Victorino. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Down 0-2 after 2 great sliders. He's got his work cut out for him now.
The pitch. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1. Xander Bogaerts will stand in, one of the few guys not to join the hit parade so far. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. 2-0 now. And now a pitch on the way. 3-0 now.
3 straight strikes to the first hitter in the inning. 3 straight balls now to the second.
Come on, Philadelphia.
Here it comes, the 3-0. And he gets this fastball over, back to 3-1 now.
And at the plate, he might have been told, look, you're taken until you get a strike. Not a bad idea.
3-2 pitch. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen. Visiting Red Sox on top in the 8th inning as you get a look at the line score to this point. Ryan Hennigan will step in, an RBI single this last time around. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1.
And when he's got that slider working the way he wants it, it can be such a weapon for him.
Now the pitch. Here's a swing and a ground ball, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. Now the pitch. A late swing here as this is hit hard to the right side. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Red Sox, and it remains 5-2. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there.
Third baseman, Chris Nelson.
Here's the first pitch to him. A splitter, but he started it too low as it bounces up to the plate. Well, the guy you see right there has been terrific. But will they let him work these final 2 innings?
Well, I think the pitch count is in his favor. Everybody pays a lot of attention to that. So barring a huge spike right here in the 8th, I don't see any reason why he can't get these final 6 outs.
Here's Buchholz on 1-1. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. A dive, but he can't knock it down. It's through for a base hit.
Well, these guys have been high on effort, but low on results so far. They're still stuck on 2 runs, but at least they've got a leadoff base runner here to start this inning.
Ben Revere will stand in. He flew out his last time up.
Let him go.
Now the first pitch. And this is on the ground toward the hole. And they'll get the fielder's choice play at second, but that's all. Freddie Galvis will step in. Singleton came around to score his last time. And here's the first pitch. And a high strike there, 0-1.
Boy, he has been a first strike throwing machine, hasn't he? He's hardly been behind in the count all game long.
Back in standing. We're in the 8th inning now of a 5-2 ball game.
Give him the green light.
He's ready now. The pitch. Runner goes for second. A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. And not really much of a chance to recover there as he'll reach first on what undoubtedly will be scored as an infield single.
Now batting the second baseman,
Chase Utley will stride in, grounded out his last time through. Here's the first offering. Good swing there, but this is foul off to the right side. Runners lead from first and third. Here's the pitch. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. Bullpen working behind him, but you know this guy does not want to give up the baseball.
And he never does. I just don't think that's in his mentality.
Let's go.
Ready now on 1-1. Now a swing, and he pops him up. And that will not get the run home. And this will be taken by Pedroia for out number 2.
Well, anytime you get an RBI guy to the plate with less than 2 outs, he does that, he is not happy. That's the kind of at-bat that'll stick with you for a while.
Ryan Howard will stand in with a showdown looming. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 8. First pitch coming. Oh, and a hearty cut there to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Runners left in scoring position. One of the big keys to this ball game so far.
Let's go, Phillies.
He waits. Now the pitch. Now a curveball knocked down at home plate. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. The 1-1. Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now. Still no fastballs in the at-bat. It's been all off speed.
That's definitely by design. He's such a good fastball hitter. You don't want to give in to his strength.
Here's a hard hit ball ripped down the first base line. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Runners on first and third, 2 away. Again, a 1-2. This is offered at in the dirt for strike 3. Just needs to make that easy throw to first. And the throw to first will indeed get him. It's a strikeout, score at 2-3, and the inning is over. Alan Craig will try to get his club a little ninth inning insurance as he'll grab a bat to pinch hit, leading things off here. First pitch of the inning here is wrapped right back from where it came, and that'll get into center field for a leadoff single.
Okay, take your time now.
Mookie Betts will step in, 1 for 4 in the ballgame. And here's a fastball called for strike 1. Nobody out, runner on first. He's ready, now the pitch. Goes the other way and sends it deep down the right field line. It's slicing, but will stay inside the right field foul pole for a home run. So a 2-run homer down the line in right field, and the lead is now 7-2. Dustin Pedroia will try again. 2 for 4 in the ballgame. First pitch on the way. Here's a ground ball to first. And the big fella just takes it to the bag himself for the first out.
Now batting, the first baseman, David Ortiz.
David Ortiz will stride in. He singled in his last plate appearance. And that's in there for strike 1.
And these guys already have 1 home run here in the inning. And now you get to the real power guys here. So you need to be careful.
And he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. Now here's the pitch. And this one's hit on the ground, but foul. Ready with another 0-2. Now a swing and another ball that I believe will find its way into the seats. Still 0-2. Another 0-2 home. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
Such a tough pitch to lay off there. The two-seamer working away with 2 strikes, but he lets it go.
Maybe just because he knew he couldn't hit it.
Bases are empty, one man out. Late swing and a ball line fouled into the seats past the third base dugout. Here's another 1-2. And a fastball. Tough take there, but it's even back at 2-2.
And this is where he gets so tough. He's seen everything you've got, but you still got to make one more good pitch to get him out.
Swing and a ball hit to the left side, and this is going to wind up a souvenir. Payoff pitch coming. And a swing as he pulls this one into right. And this falls in front of Sizemore, a base hit.
All right, so nice inning.
Now batting.
Hanley Ramirez will get another shot now, 2 for 3 in the game. This is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike one. Now a ball lined hard toward right center, but this will not get out there deep enough as it's run down by the right fielder in the alley for the second out. Pablo Sandoval will try and erase his 0 for 4 in the ball game. Hard hit towards center. Revere is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So the Red Sox strike for 2 on the 2-run homer. Last chance coming up for the Fightin' Phils. It's the Red Sox 7 and the Phillies 2. Junichi Tozawa is out from the bullpen now as he'll get the call here on opening day.
Junichi Tozawa.
Dominic Brown will dig in. He lined out hard in his last time around. And now this at-bat just doesn't want to get off the ground as he'll step out for a second time. This ball's grounded foul. Now here it comes. Now he goes the other way, and he got a lot of it high and deep to left center field. But that'll hit off the wall in left center. And he will pull in here with a leadoff double.
Well, I got to tell you, that's not the way you're hoping to make an entrance into this ball game. First batter he faces, and bang! This ball just about leaves the yard, winds up hitting off the outfield wall, and now he's going to have to deal with a runner on second base.
Here's the catcher, Carlos Ruiz, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. One 0 on the way. That swung on and missed. We're even at 1-1.
There's not a whole lot of conviction in that swing. It was almost like an afterthought, like an emergency hack.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Now a swing and a ball popped in the air back behind short. There to take it in is Bogarts, and that's the first out. Grady Sizemore will get another crack, 1 for 3 thus far. First offering on the way, and this is fouled straight back. From the belt, the pitch. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. From the belt, kicks and deals. Just a touch outside, 1-2.
And even on 1-2 now, you've got to expand the strike zone a little up there. You can't go down looking here. You've got to...
And meanwhile, that pitch is off the catcher's glove as it skips away. And he'll make it to third here on what will likely be ruled a passed ball.
That's a play that's got to be made behind the plate. Now, still with only 1 out, they can get that runner home in any number of ways.
1 out and a runner on third. Here he comes on 2-2. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2.
That high fastball is definitely a pitch guys will pop up, and that's what he's looking for on the mound. So that's good restraint to hold back and not swing.
3-2, here it comes. Out in front is Sizemore as this ball's hit on the ground to second base. Throw will get him for the second out, but meanwhile the run is in to score from third.
Well, in the second inning of this game, that's probably a great at-bat. But with time running out to get back into this one, that's not exactly what you're hoping for. You'll take the run, but it's the out that was much more important.
Cesar Hernandez will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 16, Cesar Hernandez.
Now a swing, and he pops him up, and this should do it. And he'll put this one away, and the Red Sox move to 1-0 on the young season as this ball game is over.
Yeah, and that's a good job to come right out here and set the tempo for this series as they finish off a good road victory here in Game 1.
So a good job of collectively swinging the bats in this one, but if we had to single out one guy who outshined all others, I think it's the man who stands out right here. He's our top player of the game.
Final line score for
And you have to feel good for that guy.
Hello there, baseball fans. Before Tuesday's action gets kicked off, let's recap what went down around the league on Monday. Looking first at the NL East, the Red Sox visited Eastern Pennsylvania to take on the Phillies, and it was the Bo Sox who came away victorious, the final 7-3. The Atlanta Braves took on the Marlins in South Florida, and the Braves came away with the win. The final score was 3-2. The New York Mets were in D.C. to take on the Nationals, and it was the Nats who came away victorious. The score was 3-1. Max Scherzer held the opposition in check, allowing only one earned run over 8 strong innings and earning the win. The Pirates paid visit to the Reds at Great American Ballpark, and it was the Pirates who prevailed. The final score was 17-3. Pedro Alvarez launched a pair of home runs and drove in 4 along the way. The Colorado Rockies paid visit to the Brew Crew at Miller Park in Milwaukee, and the Rockies came away with the win. The score was 3-1. The Giants were in Arizona to take on the Diamondbacks, and the Giants came away with the win. The final was 5-4. Angel Pagan collected 4 hits and led the charge offensively for the winning side. The San Diego Padres matched up against the Dodgers at Chavez Ravine, and the Dodgers collected the W 7-0. Clayton Kershaw was dominant on the bump, grabbing the victory with a complete game effort. The Orioles were in St. Pete to take on the Tampa Bay Rays, and the Orioles cruised to the win. The final score was 9-3. Adam Jones was a fantasy owner's dream at the plate with 3 hits and 4 RBIs. The Toronto Blue Jays paid visit to Yankee Stadium to do battle with the Pinstripers, and it was the boys from north of the border who were victorious. The final was 2-0. R.A. Dickey twirled a dominating complete game shutout on the mound for the victory. The Minnesota Twins were in Motown to take on the Tigers at Comerica Park, and it was the Twins who came out on top. Final score was 6-2. Brian Dozier had a huge day offensively, collecting 3 hits and driving in 3. The White Sox paid visit to the City of Fountains to take on the Royals. The White Sox came away with the win. The score was 4-1. Chris Sale was victorious on the mound, turning in an impressive 13 strikeout performance. The Rangers were at O.Co Coliseum to take on the A's, and the A's were the winners. The final was 5-4. The Angels were in Seattle to take on the Mariners, and it was the Mariners who came out on top. The final was 10-3. Logan Morrison turned in a nice performance offensively with 3 base hits. The Indians took on the Astros in Space City, and it was the Indians who came out on top. The final was 1-0. And that's the show. Thanks for listening in. I'll be back tomorrow with more news and updates from around the majors. Welcome, baseball fans, to our Wednesday edition of Inside the Show. Let's jump right into Tuesday's action. Starting off in the National League East, the Braves went up against the Marlins in Miami, and it was the Marlins who came out on top, the final 5-3. The St. Louis Cardinals paid visit to Wrigleyville to match up against the Cubs, and St. Louis was victorious in this one. Final score was 4-2. The Rockies paid visit to Miller Park to match up with the Brewers, and it was the Brewers who came out on top. The final was 2-0. The San Francisco Giants paid visit to the D-backs in the Valley of the Sun, and it was the Giants who came away with the win. The score was 2-1. The Padres did battle with the Dodgers in the entertainment capital of the world, and it was the Dodgers who came out on top. The final 4-3. The Baltimore Orioles paid visit to the Trop to do battle with the Rays, and Tampa Bay was the winner, 10-4. Asdrubal Cabrera dominated at the dish with 2 long balls and 6 RBIs. The Texas Rangers paid visit to the East Bay to do battle with the Athletics, and it was the Athletics who came out on top. The score was 2-1. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim did battle with the M's at Safeco Field. The Mariners came away with the win. The final score was 3-2. And that'll do it for today. Enjoy the games, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.